Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends beyond the binary, hello and welcome. How you doing? It's Monday. I'm Kristie. This is the stream where we're gonna play Thomas Was Alone, a game about shapes and friendship. They're two of my favorite things: shapes and friendship. Let's work on that music real quick while I hit this button. That was Thunder. But wow, that loaded up quick. I was really expecting it to do a thing. You just heard Thunder by Splashdown, which is a collaboration between Casson Crooker and Melissa Kaplan. Casson Crooker, of course, being the Duke of a bunch of things from Freeze Pop and... No? You decided you're not going to do that? And also the musical director of Harmonix, still, I think. I enjoy his music very much as Symbion Project. And I think that song's fantastic. It's about learning what your weaknesses are and how to fight them in the face. Okay, there we fucking go. I don't know why you wanted to be an asshole. Let me hit this button so that you can see that the game wasn't being an asshole. There we go. Thomas was alone. We don't wanna recognize my gamepad, do you? No? That's fine. We can just do this the old-fashioned way with a mousey keyboard. Let me turn the volume down a little bit though. Let's just crank all of these down to about 40. Hey, Andy. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. I think that's probably good. Well, I don't know what I expected, but maybe it should have been this. Is there a screen resolution? There it is. It says it's on 1680 by 1050. Why are you deciding you're not doing that? Okay, fantastic. Let's just do the damn thing. We're just gonna start a new game and get right into it. That is definitely an Andy, and that's definitely a Mox. Hi, Mox. There's a narrator. We're just gonna let the narrator have a chat. The program was a failure. People forget this. It was a massive flop. The coder starting added name strings to the AI as a joke. Thomas AT23612 wasn't special. It was just an AI in the right place at the right time.
Thomas was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
Movement keys. We also have a jump. We're an adorable little square. And, this hole looks like it was made for me. So this is...
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity.
one of my favorite games of all time.
The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
It's very Stanley Parable vibes. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think the British narrator helps a lot, but it is also quite,
Okay.
it gets quite metagamey.
Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery. A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently,
I don't know why it's doing that clonk clonk noise. That's not a good noise.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing something.
No.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted.
Sorry, I went to go grab a drink. That's completely okay.
Unstable, and
We
it
are a
seemed
block.
to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Paranoia.
We are a block slowly navigating into holes that were made for us. And we are very alone.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
So I'm letting the narrator take the reins for this first little while so you can kind of get a vibe for it. But it's nearly constant. So I'm just going to start, like, talking over it eventually. There are subtitles, so get involved with those. Because I do want to talk over the stream and talk about this game, which, again, is one of my favorite games of all time. Mock said the same thing. It is very Stanley Parable-ish.
But Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious.
I, again, don't know why it keeps saying cock between all of the
Something
things.
about the boiling, toxic, glowing water.
I also believe
intimidated
in Thomas.
He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it.
Pass through respawn points to save a character's
He made
progress.
another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided. The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
So, one of the things I absolutely love about this game, besides, like, everything about this game, is how, like, it's ridiculously pretty, for something that is a block jumping on other blocks. Like, these god rays are fantastic. They add depth to the world that could have just been, again, a block. The animated backgrounds are very good.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Thomas was evolved. Yeah, it's incredibly well-used simplicity. For a game that was made by, like... this is made by Mike Bithell Games, who would go on to create Volume and Subsurface Circular, which I played on a Saturday stream a couple of weeks ago, which I think are all part of the same universe. Subsurface certainly is. I think Volume is as well. I submitted hundreds of bug reports. I told that idiot this would happen. Overlapping scripts. More than one AI was bound to be spawned into environment at some point. It turns out I missed the point, and that error changed everything.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Hi, Xenon. It is nice to have you here. How is my voice sounding next to this music? Do I need to tank it down a little bit? Because I feel like it's quite loud in my headphones. And now that we have Chris, we can switch between blocks. Chris doesn't jump as high as Thomas, but Thomas is willing to give him a little hand. It is kind of loud. You're at equal levels currently, mic and game. I can fix that. Just tank all of this down a little bit more, because I want it to be audible, but I also don't want to have to shout over it. Is that better? That looks like it's better. That looks like it's hovering in the green very nicely.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Actually, grace. The wrong word.
We're gonna bring up the VO just a little bit more.
Fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Ooh. Free blocks to jump on. Oh no! You tricked me. What a complete asshole. Now here we are. I could just run over and grab into my thing, but let's give Chris a hand back up. There we go. And aw dang. Aw dang. And Thomas can go stand over where he goes. And then we'll get Chris to fall down the big hole. Here we go. Hey. Oh, they're on top of each other up there. Also, there's a switch.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
I feel lied to. Thomas is clearly accompanied. We went through the first little bit where he was alone, and he was very sad that he was alone. Exactly, Bad Road. Also, hi, Bad Road.
Grace,
Thomas
Grace.
was alone.
Another chance
Not
for
anymore.
Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Just gonna trade off jumping here. Hello, all the people. Hi, Alice. Everybody is here.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him.
Oh.
Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
What's over here? That's where I go. Thomas is the orange square and Chris is the red rectangle. The other way around. Thomas is our Mario, and Chris is our Toad, probably. Can't jump very high, has to, like, stand on other stuff. Come on. Better at lateral jumping than vertical. Oh, yeah, no, correct. Chris is Sponge, because he's orange and flat. Like that actual Mario brother, third Mario brother that exists in real, Sponge. Just gonna... We can make that. We can make that. There it is.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred.
That's not nice,
He
Chris.
seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness.
Hup.
That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot.
Chris is very
He
resentful.
hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
I think Chris might just die if we... No, it's fine. There we go. Yeah, Thomas is alone. Chris is resentful. Chris doesn't need people, except, you know, to boost him up to higher platforms. Oh, and get all the way there. Oh, so I guess we need to take Thomas and go up and over. When you reach the end of the level, it's going to tell Chris, sorry, nothing. Not even your princess is in another castle, just nothing. Sorry, my bad. Come on. There we go.
Come.
Oh, a third shape. Long.
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
And now we have John. I guess Long John, you know, like the pirate or a donut of some description. The real Tower of Hanoi were the friends we made along the way. Little John, I like that one too. Oh gosh, dang it. That's on me for not paying attention to where my my indicator was. I need Thomas. There we go. Nope, nope. Almost exact same problem. There we go.
Come.
Hello, my
This
name's Tetris
would
Jeff.
not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from,
Ew.
anyway?
Alright, so we stick the french fry in the hole. There we go. Tetris Jeff. Tetris Jeff, Geometry Marine. That's yeah. They're trying their best. Chris is like, listen, we don't need another person. I already don't like the guy I'm with. And Jeff is just like, what did you say to me, you little shit? I'll have you know I'm the longest rectangle you've ever seen. With 33 confirmed jumps.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome.
No. Whoops.
Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done.
Oh, you can still kind of see me evaporate in the water there. Whoops. The French fry
John
hole, a new and
decided
exciting
to press
hole
the switch
discovery.
to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression he'd practiced in the mirror all these years.
They're very expressive for literal fucking polygons. Well, let's get Chris over there, because I think Thomas is going to have to help Chris out with some of these. Yeah. It is the apex of developer art. I've not thought of it that way, but you're not wrong. Team Rocket blasting off again. There we go. This should be usable with a controller, but it didn't want to, like, recognize it for some reason. So, we're just kind of dealing with the keyboard and mouse, which is usable, but kind of awkward. I think we might need all three of them over here. Yeah. I'm actually doing controller testing for future stream games on my other screen. You gotta test. I should have tested and didn't, which is why we're here. How does this go? I'm just gonna use you like a regular old platform. There we go. Now let's get, my name's Jeff over there. Thomas goes up top of that, and John can go right over. Oh, no, not quite. Let's get Thomas on the right side. It's a complete coin toss whether a PC game will recognize a PS4 controller, I'm finding. Yeah. Anything that's, Huh. No, not quite. Need to get Thomas over there. This game is spotty with X input controllers, I believe it, in that I'm experiencing
John
it
was
currently.
happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
I'm trying not to think you're an asshole, John, but you're kind of coming off like an asshole right now. Oh, whoops, nope. Need more height. There we go. That's better. He's a frat boy. His image is more important than, yeah. He's doing his damnedest to, like, try and be a real person. I'm just gonna make a nice little platform for Chris to go over. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna put Thomas on that side and jump up. I'm not... We're trying not to hate you, John, but you're really not making it easy here. I don't know why I'm doing my Heath Ledger's Joker voice for that. That's probably not good. That's not a great sign. Can you get up this way? Yeah. Yeah, you can, but you need to get Chris up first. There it is. Nope. Oh, come back.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
You know, we're not trying to hate you here, John. But I'll be honest, I've hated men
The
for a lot
angry
less.
orange
shit.
one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
I like less immediately likable. That's a very good way to phrase that. Let's, whoops. Here we go. And Hoiner eel up. Nope, not quite. Hoiner eel up. It is very diplomatic. I guess that's a good way to describe John just generally, is very diplomatic. In that he acts like a diplomat, in that, you know, most things are about him. And the things that aren't can be safely ignored. Oh. Hot political takes. I'm certain that's what everyone comes into here for. Can we get... Nope, nope. F that one. Straight boned it. There we go. for that whole platform. That's not doing it either. I guess we can slide John onto that little... yeah, little ledge. What you described as the opposite of a diplomat. Well, I meant a politician. Are we gonna find out at the end of all of these that all of these folks were split off from church? That's a very good red versus blue reference. I wish that company didn't suck as bad as it sucked.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing.
Okay.
John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph.
Right, well, Chris is the smallest, so let's get him across first, I think. It was so close to being... Red versus blue was so close to being okay. I quite like the plot that red versus blue ended up doing. It's actually quite good. And then it just, like, did a bunch of shitty jokes. And just, what are you gonna fucking do? Hi, I'm back for real. Slocks time. Welcome back, Xenon. We are still maneuvering polygons. It's most of what the game is the maneuvering of polygons. Exactly. They're like, hey, you know what's cool? Punching
Maybe that's
down.
what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought. He decided to keep them.
Why did the small one have to be the Angie one? He doesn't, you know. I'm not saying that that's not a stereotype. But they do stuff with it. We've gotten all the way to 2. Alright, here's another real world. The initial group has simple variations in size and strength. More complex configurations were inevitable. As the era spread, these variations became increasingly extreme.
So, this was how Claire would die. She knew it would happen eventually. She was rubbish at jumping, and she moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order. The crumbling pillar was a dramatic death, she supposed. Wait, what? Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realised she had superpowers.
Claire absolutely is the best one.
She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape. Claire didn't want confusion. If you saw a cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication. And, you know, floating in water, which was her superpower.
Claire realized she has superpowers is one of my favorite quotes from almost any game. It is very good. They sell a shirt on their website that just is the blue square with the pointer over it that said she'd need a cape. There was no getting around it. All superheroes have capes. It's been on my things to buy list for the longest time.
All right. Fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you. Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible. Claire was rubbish.
Claire made a cake. All superheroes need cakes. I sent that superhero a cake. Superheroes love cakes.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Hup. Hup. She can jump out of the water very well. In the water, kind of not so much.
As the water began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took. Claire wondered if Thomas would make a good sidekick. Or was she more the lone Avenger type? She'd like that. The sole hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
Trying to be Claire worried I'm more of a John sums up daily life for me, I think. Listen, Andy, even John's fine. You're not one. You're not. And I understand why you think that. Everyone does. And the people who don't actually are John.
The others told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
But what I'm saying is, even if you didn't happen to be a John, which you're not, he's fine. He's a good French fry child. He's very good at jumping and likes helping people smaller than him because it gives him a sense of power, but hey, anything that gets you to do good in the world. I have these feelings about Diamond Dallas Page. He's a professional wrestler. That's a thing you might know. He's started being a yoga instructor on the side, and he started this thing recently called the Accountability Crib, where it's like a rehab kind of halfway house that he just runs out of his home for retired wrestlers, which has been having very good results for Jake Roberts and Scott Hall. And I think that DDP's reasoning for doing that is a little sketchy at best, but it's like Jake Roberts has been clean for a really long time now. Scott Hall's turned his entire goddamn life around. It's actually quite magical, and even if he's doing it for selfish reasons, he's doing the thing.
Claire probably needed a nemesis, a villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear.
Can't really get out that.
Chris was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough, and his jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities. Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
Can we get Thomas and... Can we just get all of them to go at one go? We should just take all of them at once. Yeah, exactly. He's doing great things, but he does take the opportunity to, like, push products at every opportunity and is, like, doing a documentary about the cool things he did for Jake Roberts. And again, he did do them. It's still weird and it still feels weird. I'm happy for Jake and Scott. Dark 100-acre wood, show me the fiendish Christopher. Claire's what then? A 48-ounce Baja Blast? Yeah, sure. Not wrong.
Wait. Where had Chris gone? Was he off somewhere? Plotting Claire's downfall?
It's
Claire was honest.
probably fine.
And she had to be because she was a superhero. This was a troubling turn of events. Still, there were reasonably sized bodies of water to cross.
And that explains why she's awesome beyond explanation. Right, because she's a Baja Blast. Yeah, French fry John. I guess... So what's Thomas and Chris if we're doing the fast food narrative? Read up. Oh, I did miss it, which makes Chris a chicken nugget and Thomas a ketchup packet. Yeah, sure. Everyone's getting along quite swimmingly, if you'll pardon that particular pun. Excuse me. Just gonna get over you. Thomas was Canadian Taco Bell, which is to say it had things that weren't tacos, and therefore just isn't a fucking Mexican eatery. Listen, I'm being, talked at from the other side of the room how Taco Bell isn't really a Mexican eatery here. And not wrong, but it tries a bit.
Moving platforms over water, eh? Claire's newly heightened senses told her that there were multiple paths across with various possible configurations of the little posse.
What'd you call me? I think everyone can get over on their own this way, so... We'll just... get everyone over there first, and then we'll worry about swimming. Take a thing, wrap it in a tortilla. It's Mexican now. That's literally Taco Bell. I mean, that's also literally me, but I'm also not a Mexican eatery. And I don't pretend to be. That's the difference between me and Taco Bell.
John was fully aware he could do this alone. Thomas hoped he'd never have to.
Nope. Aw, dang. Baja Blast, a delicious part of traditional Mexican cuisine. Exactly. Mountain Dwa. Don't mind if I dwa.
Claire
oh, there's spikes
was
now.
Alone, which was odd, because she wasn't meant to be alone. She needed to be where there were rectangles to save. Being the only superhero in a given space kind of defeats the object. Spikes? That was new. Claire avoided them. She decided they were most likely her kryptonite. Not the rubbish red kryptonite either, the proper radioactive green stuff.
Hard slam on red kryptonite. Oh, yo, so there's this video I saw today that is absolutely amazing. It's quite easy to find on YouTube, and I suggest you take some time. It's an old show. I don't know the show because it's just like the video I saw was just the best clips put together. It wasn't the whole thing, but it was Rob Liefeld and Todd McFarlane creating Overkill over the course of 20 minutes while Stan Lee just stood over them and dunked on them repeatedly. It's fucking incredible. Oh, hey. The same thing, only Thomas now.
Wow. Deja vu. The world was repeating. And this time Thomas was here. Claire felt something had gone wrong.
Uh-oh.
There was a disturbance in the Force.
That sounds amazing. It absolutely is.
The Matrix. The world was reacting to their progress. It was amassing its forces. It was plotting against them. Claire finally had a nemesis.
Just gonna scoop over it. Here it is. Ah, no, dang it. that when Rob Liefeld legitimately learned to draw and poke fun at himself? Because that would rule. What a great redemption story. Oh, who is Overkill ripped off or an homage to? I don't know. It doesn't... It just kind of looked like your typical Todd McFarlane, lots of chains, lots of spikes kind of thing. Okay. Why do these shapes know so much about pop culture? There's a good reason for them to know a lot about pop culture. I built protections into the system. When overlaps occurred, the world generated a splitter to remove the unwanted additionals. It's like a white blood cell. It investigates, it captures, and it removes from play. I just heard from the other room, oh my god, this character.
Laura was pleased this one was behind a wall. Maybe he'd never know what she could do. Maybe they could just have a conversation. Hang out. As long as he didn't find out what she could do. Which would never happen so long as they stayed separate.
Yeah. I've dated a lot on the internet. I get this feeling. What the fuck? Laura is Snack. She's not Snack. She's Danger Straw. Also, Overkill is already a character in The Tick. A spoof on comic books. Yeah. Like, he's specifically, like, not the Punisher, right?
Come.
Oh, that's fun. That black glitch thing? I'm sure
Laura
that's
didn't
not a
have
problem.
time to worry about the ominous pixel cloud.
I do.
It had been following her for some time, and it had kept itself to itself until now. More important was the little orange thing, which was looking at her in a way that she kind of, well, liked.
Listen, real question, how did this game turn a flat wrangle into a legit femme fatale? Because that's witchcraft, right? This is what I'm saying. They get so fucking much out of goddamn shapes.
Come.
As the square, who had shyly introduced himself as Chris, bounced atop Laura, she began to worry that he was just using her like all the others had. They'd all bounced too, and then they disappeared when her back was turned.
Yep, big moods from Laura. Just some great big motherfucking moods.
Only the ominous pixel cloud ever remained, looking a little bigger and a little less hungry with every disappearing friend.
She has a back. I guess if we're calling, like, if what Chris is jumping on is her back, I suppose that, like, the angle on this side is her face, and, like, this is her leg, butt, and then has a stomach, which is constantly on the floor.
With every bounce, Laura found herself less and less irritated by Chris. She started to miss him when he wasn't there, on another platform or something.
Oh. Here we go. And what's that doing? Oh, that's lifting up here so Laura can danger straw her way under the, yeah, and then slide back.
She'd wonder what he was up to. Was he missing her? He wasn't saying very much.
These polygons are just gonna break my heart, I know it. I'm honestly a little mad about it. Listen, To ease your anxiety, I will gladly let you know that it's fine. There's some twists and turns, but it ends up being fine. They're very good polygons, and many of them do well.
Chris was in love. She was perfect. He had to tell her so. At some point, he would definitely tell her. Probably best to wait for a moment the large, ominous pixel cloud wasn't about, though. Yeah, probably best to wait.
They are very good polygons, and many of them do well, which isn't wrong. We're just gonna switch off. What a good team they are. What a very good power couple. Laura and Chris helping each other out. They filled out the HR forms. Slowly moving over this wondrous chasm. Chris is also a mood. Every single fucking character in this game is a mood, which is fantastic. Which is also kind of literal. They're... Again, I'm gonna keep saying this probably because it's true and notable. But these characters, for being four-sided boxes, are incredibly human. Yeah, you can't just stand on Laura. Laura just keep on doing a bounce. Sometimes you gotta take a break from platforming. Sometimes you platform real hard and you just have to take a break by bouncing and bounce castle. That's still one of my favorite clips we've produced on this channel.
Commentary.
Oh, okay, you're trying to, like, make some commentary tracks happen. How do I make that not go? I don't appear to have that as an option. We're just gonna kind of deal with it. Oh, dang it. Hang on. Hang on. I got this. Chris has got it. He's humping and jumping. Wheeling and dealing.
Chris was massively disappointed to run into the gang again. He'd enjoyed the alone time with his new girlfriend.
Chase McCain Crime Marine is the real hero. He's the real MVP. Please, John, I'm trying to do something. Thank you, John. It's not often you can say these polygons aren't two-dimensional.
Only if I say it out loud, he told himself. He didn't want to scare her off.
Thomas is still way up here, so let's bring him down. Pixel Cloud's still following us, by the way. Just a good old Pixel Cloud doing a follow still. Super not happy about it. Hey, yep. Get the fuck out. No one likes you. Don't tell Johnny's in the way, though. He'll get really hurt and make you feel bad about it. but feel bad over it and not totally understand how manipulative he's being. Yeah. I've known people like John. I've also known some people who are distinctly unlike that, but would like you to think that.
Eager-looking pixel cloud of death which seemed to be watching her. Sure, they'd use her inherent bounciness to reach slightly higher jump points, but they wouldn't strike up a conversation with her. Chris found them rude. Rude? And always there.
Polygons beware, you're in for a scare. Yeah, Katie and I were just talking about the Goosebumps TV show the other day, and I'm particularly mad about the Bork Bork line, to be quite honest with you. Because the video for the Bork Bork line in the Goosebumps theme is like a dog with like glowing green eyes, but that's not how it looks on the show, because that's not like, that's from the episode where it turns out that the boy is a dog the whole time. Spoilers, I guess. And like, they just used that footage and then like tinted his eyes green like an asshole. Where's Thomas? Alone. Shockingly, this is not a comfort. Ah, he's here. They keep coming back. Love keeps bringing me back to you.
The others wouldn't drop it. Who's that cloud guy? Why is he following us? What's that rumbling hungry sound he keeps making? Chris, can we just leave Laura behind?
What jerks. Just because someone's followed by a hungry cloud, that
Rude.
doesn't... Yeah, exactly. That doesn't mean they're bad people. Hang on. That doesn't mean you get to just abandon them. They're trying their darndest. Oh, hang on. Oh no, you spoiled Goosebumps. No, that's fine. I don't think we physically can leave Laura behind. Yeah. Ah, shoot. No, we can't really, but hey. It's like, it's not the fact that we can't. It's the fact that they are saying that we should. It's super shitty. That's not a good way to behave. Why are you, Laura, moving off to the side like that? Don't. This is gonna take just a second. I'm followed by a dark cloud everywhere I go. It's not like it's Laura's fault. No, Laura's trying her best. Laura's got a lot of stuff going on, and, you know, you're not privy to all of it. You don't know how it feels to be bouncy. You just gotta be fucking cool. Can you feel bouncy? Jumping up your spine. Oh, shit. Maybe Chris shouldn't leave Laura alone with the rest of the gang. And no one knows what it's like to be the bad man. While that's true, it's completely ruined by the fact that fucking Limp Bizkit did that cover. I just can't not hear Limp Bizkit anymore. Is there another... No, we need to get Laura on there first. Which I guess means we make a nice little staircase out of everyone. Here we go. Oh. Not quite like that. I've certainly done this before. How do we do this? Can I just jump on top of Thomas? She can. So let's get Chris over here. Yep, there it is. She's a little... Oh, well... I mean, we got there. Who names themselves Limp Bizkit anyway? It doesn't even sound appetizing. It's not. They named an album Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water. They're not about the food portion of what they do. They're not a culinary band, is what I'm saying. I would pay at least £100 to watch, like, Fred Durst do a cooking show. It wouldn't be, like, good. And I realize that. Yeah, unless he's a secret chef. I don't know what Fred Durst does, I guess. It sounds like you could take culinary out of that band and still be correct. Yeah, they exist. You can't say they don't. What was it someone was saying yesterday? Today I learned that Vin Diesel's name is Mark Sinclair. And also today I finally realized that, of course, Vin Diesel was not his given name. Right? It's Mark Sinclair? I thought it was Vincent something. Oh, this is fun. This is a fun game we're playing. I think Chris is the holdout. I think everyone else can get in at about the same time. I just need to make sure Chris stomps the yard. Nope, that was too far off. Hang on, I can do this. And apparently Sting's actual name is Gordon. I thought Sting's actual name was Steve Borden. That's the thing, right? If you search for Sting wrestler, it absolutely just shows you pictures of Sting the musician, while saying it's Sting the wrestler. I meant the musician from the police. No, yeah, I know. His name's Gordon Shumway. Right, that actor from Dune. Wait, that's not Sting? Or is that the joke and I'm fucking it up by... Huh. Okay, that's weird. The actor and the musician is the same as the bad joke, right? I thought that was Alf. No, I'm pretty sure Gordon Shumway is the name that Sting, the man from the music police, does
Laura
have.
Liked her new gang. She liked Chris. She liked having friends. These ones seem to be sticking around too. Not like those.
Yeah, Gordon Shumway is definitely in the police. Don't even worry about it. That should have filled the water tank, I think. Yeah, John's up there. I think that should have put water down here and we could have floated up, and it didn't. I think we've run into a bug. So that's fine. Let's just throw John in the water and we'll reset the whole deal. Also, he wrestles in WCW as the Animal,
Laura
right?
liked her new gang.
Sting the
She
Animal
liked
Steel.
Chris. She liked having
Let's scoot
friends.
everyone over, as a matter of
These
fact.
ones seem to be sticking around too. Not like those losers from before.
And then, oh. Well, I learned a cool new trick I can do. Where everyone just jumps real high. Yeah, there it goes. I knew it was okay. So let's take Claire. I understand this is Laura. Let's take Claire and scoot her over so we can get John to jump up here to do a big jump. And Claire can maneuver everybody to where they're supposed to be. That's good. And do a double jump and or a barrel roll. Try a somersault. Let me just get Claire to jump up there. And Laura helps everybody get up into the... No, that doesn't work, I guess. Huh, why isn't that working? Do we need to... Yeah, I think we need to make a double jump happen. So let's get... There we go. Oh, that almost worked. Come on. Oh, hang on. Nope, I've got this. There it is. Ugh. It is so hard to do. Like breaking up. Come on. Hey, got there. I just realized Peppy is a post-grunge alt-rock singer. Why? Because all of his vowels are A. Yes, because all of his vowels are A. There we go. Perfect. It's very small, and there are spikes. I guess the first thing to do is whack this button and see what happens.
The pixel cloud was getting closer. It was spending more and more time hovering around.
That
Laura
makes
could
those
tell
go
it was
up.
making the others uncomfortable.
I tell you what, let's just get John out of the way. Because he's fine. Claire needs to be over on this side. Okay, it's fine. And then I think everyone else has a reasonable jump, so let's get Laura there. Then Chris can get... Ooh, no, Chris can not do that and not get murdered by spikes. Thank you. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, that was the exact same problem, wasn't it? It turned out that it was the exact same problem. It's completely fine, probably. I just gotta wait on it, because it's just gonna put me right back through the spikes that way. Come on. So everyone... Egads. Okay. I'm just gonna, like, jump over while it comes this way. Yeah, perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Super how it goes. Can you take my R-wing higher? Get out. Leave. Now John's gonna... Ooh, no, John's gonna get murdered right here. Oh, yeah. Super murdered. That's fine. That means we can get everyone else in place. Now we take our good French fry boy and slot him like it's Tetris. And then Thomas bounces up into the place. Ahem. No simulation can support too many entities. At a certain point, something has to give. If Thomas AT-23612 hadn't possessed those exact personality traits, it's likely the story would have ended there. We'd still be in business. John dies at the end? No, John's completely fine.
He'd long since stopped listing his observations, but he instinctively observed that this thing was bad. And he'd been right about the water.
So, I guess our first... not problem. We shouldn't think of them as problems, but we do need to get Laura up there, so... as the shortest one. We'll just make a nice little stair step. That doesn't work, does it? No, not really. How did I do this? And John dies several times during the course. So I watched that movie, John dies at the end. And first of all, he fucking doesn't. I think it's different in the book that it's based on. But I felt lied to. Second, go fuck that movie. It's really... It's not that it's, like, it's purposefully, like, very surrealistic and, kind of trading on the fact that it's nonsensical purposefully, which I think is fine. On the other hand, it did make me look at, like, beehive eye things, and I'm super not into that, just conceptually. It reminded me of Ultraviolet. It's like, listen, there's things that you're not going to understand, and that's fine, because you're a dumbass. You shouldn't expect to understand all the things. There we go. And we can get Thomas over this way, and there's the last one. Hey. Can Claire not bounce on Laura? I'm pretty sure Claire can bounce on Laura. I just did it a different way. I come from a world you might not understand was the thing they said twice in that movie, in case you somehow forgot. Ultraviolet's one of my dad's favorite movies, which says a lot about my dad. And I do love my dad. My dad's a, like, great guy most of the time. But he is willing to just eat it up. It does got titties, though. And that's not a thing that is important to him. Uh-oh. Chris and Jeff have spawned in, dancing a little bit. That's fine. Hey, B! It is video games time. Uh-oh. Well, we're just gonna hit all these then. Hey. Okay, well, now we're trapped. That's fine. I'm certain we can get up here somehow. Thomas can go hit this button, probably. Nope. Nope, not quite. Can you jump from top of Claire? No. What happens if we put Claire on top of Laura and then get Thomas to jump on top of Claire? That probably does it.
Thomas could tell Chris was in love. And that was fantastic and everything, but that didn't mean they could let the doom cloud keep following them. Thomas was going to put his foot down once they got to the next level.
I come from a world you might not understand because it makes literally no sense. I come from a world you might not understand because we didn't bother to write, like, a universe or rules for why things are the way they are. They just are. Suck it up. Suck it up, chump chode. For the love of God, John Chisor. Listen, titties are an important part of balanced breakfast. Yes, I agree. And the problem, let's shift Laura. Let's get Claire on the other side of Laura so that Laura can jump up. Oh, okay. Well, we reached this half, so I guess that's done. We need to get Chris to push this button. Oh, right, I've forgotten about the French fry holes already. So let's get John in the French fry hole. And we can get Chris up and over to press the button. There we go. It was made to complete with Aeon Flux, which was a vapid adaptation of a grossly misogynistic series of cartoon shorts. And also didn't need competition because no one watched it, correct? She had hand feet. That's about all I remember of Aeon Flux. Seems like a bad premise. It was. Oh!
Chris. Miss Thomas. Wow. Did not see that coming. He felt a little guilty too. Without his love for Laura and subsequent reunion with the guys, Thomas would probably still be with them.
Well, that's less than ideal. I watched Aeon Flux on a Journalist Pass pre-screening. Thankfully, I didn't pay for it. That's good. I'm also not super happy about the loss of our good friend Thomas. Oh, that opened up this so Laura can get under. Thomas was alone in a void stomach. I feel like when you say things like void stomach, you're inviting some sort of bowel thing. So here's what I like about this, right? I like that they lose Thomas, and suddenly they're all kind of splitting up and going their own way. I like that Thomas was probably a little more important to keeping them together than maybe they thought. Thomas was alone. I ate him, and I'm sorry. I don't blame you, but I am never going to forgive you. Okay. Oh, what am I missing? Oh, John! Get in place, for God's sakes. Uh-oh. Okay, well, this is fine. Falling is fine.
I just wondered if Thomas was still alive somewhere.
Speaking of eating, today is the first day of me not eating between meals, so I'm hungry as shit right now.
But he did wonder.
While I applaud your
character.
efforts into trying to show willpower, I hope that you're doing okay.
Probably.
Changing your diet is very tough. Well, they got David hacking Attenborough to talk about Thomas. It's not David Attenborough, but he's a British person, and basically they're all exactly the same. So, yeah. God damn it! Yeah.
Maybe the others hadn't abandoned Laura all that time ago. It began to dawn on her that she might not be the tragic victim she'd always assumed.
The void is starting to eat everyone. I'm not happy about it. Can we go? Go up? Another bit of ladder. Yeah, that's not going. Can we get up there with a double jump? Well, we can get Claire bouncing. But we can't really jump extra. Hang on. I said that and then immediately we jumped extra. We have to find that exact spot where Claire reaches the apex of her bounce. And is therefore a stable surface. That didn't work. Can Laura get on the platform John's on? I don't think so. I think it's a little too high for her and we lost all the stair steppers. She could probably get... Oh no, here we go. That's how we do that. We get Claire over this way. Let me put Laura on top of Claire and ferry Laura over to the thing. Oh, well, that's fine. That shuts down the spikes, and there's Laura's button. And she can't really get up there by herself. We just take this the other way, I guess, where... No, because Laura has to be up on that thing for Claire to be high enough. Oh, dang it. Well, that's fine. It's okay. Here we go. That's what we want. But we don't want it that way. We need to get Claire over here first. Oh, no, I just did the exact thing I wanted to do and then fucked it up. Nope, double doofed it. Cause Laura still needs to be on that thing, which we need. Okay, no, I've got it. I've got it now. It's fine. It's a multi-step process. The world is getting more complex, one step ahead of us. It's testing us, but that's fine. There we go. And then we put John over this way. And Claire gets on top of here. And you put John over here. And we use John as a ride over to that thing. There it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, well, that was fun. The world getting complex seems bad, yeah. It's not bad, necessarily. It is complicating everything. And it is actively trying to kill us a lot harder. So there's that. I imagine the world getting more complex would literally complicate everything. Not wrong. How is this gonna go? Well, we certainly need to get John up there, which I think we can do by getting Claire up on that ledge. Oh, look, a Chris-sized gap. Laughing, crying emoji.
had been the bait. She had a hunch that she wasn't needed anymore.
Oh, Laura. You're so much more than bait. Okay. We're gonna... I don't think we need to, but let's have John ferry Laura over this way. She has a chance to use her superpower. That's good. You know, in these trying times, you need to remember, you know, what is important, and that's helping the people that you can help. The voice actor is fucking good. Yes, it is. Yes, they are. What? God? I'm really getting pissed off at you, Pixel Cloud.
John looked at Claire. It was just them now. She muttered something under her breath about a vow of vengeance. He didn't see the point. Fighting that thing seemed to be a pretty futile idea.
It's gonna be okay. Yes, thank you, Pixel Cloud from the SNES remake of Final Fantasy VII. Probably gonna be better than the PS3 one. But it might actually release, unlike the PS3 one, so who fucking knows. 4, right. I don't know what era of gaming we are in. I agree that we should put Claire in Smash. I would love to see one of these characters in Smash. I'm not particularly interested in which. Like, even just make them an assist trophy, that's fine. Is Thomas Was Alone on Switch, or no? It hasn't gotten a Switch release. I don't know why. This seems like exactly the thing that the Nintendo would eat up with every spoon that it had.
Comment.
Thomas was alone, and then he wasn't, and then he fucking died. Oh god, it's heading right for us. Oh no. Well, nope, this is okay. This is exactly fine. And everything's cool here in the land of the brave new world. Oh, please. Oh, please get up. Please get your get up and go. Get the hitch out of your giddy up. Please. Okay.
Comment.
Well. Yeah. It's fine. I'll tell you what. We'll just get Claire. Not by herself, but she can do all of this for us. I just gotta wait for everything to calm down there. And then we don't waste time jumping with 2 characters. We just need the one.
As they struggled to get to the next portal, John hoped that he would be the next to get eaten. He didn't want to be alone.
Ah, shit. Ah, shit. What? Oh, gosh dang it. We had it and everything.
Comment.
I can identify with Claire because they're large and wearing a person as a hat. John, that was almost sweet. It was. It's as close as it's gonna get for John. Oh, please jump. Please jump up. Well, that was never gonna go well.
Comment.
We are... No, don't be a dick right now. Please get up. I know you can make that. I don't know... Well, that one was on me. I got too panicked. I got too hasty. Okay. Oh, nope, nope, that's not good. It's fine. We're getting there. Just gonna hop up. Wait for everything to settle down, and then jump again. We'll wait for everything to settle down, and then jump again. We'll wait for everything to settle down, and jump a yet third time. John gets up and goes over. That's where the thing
As they
stops, so I
struggled
don't have to
get
worry
the
about
next
it.
Portal,
Okay.
John hoped that he would be the next to get eaten. He didn't want to be alone.
John was alone. And... nope. Sucks to be you, John.
Come.
All we have is one lone French fry.
For the first time in a while, John didn't have an audience.
Of course we're stuck with John, not even the void wants him. That's not nice. He's real sad. He's real sad.
For the first time in a while, John didn't have an audience.
Well, guess I'll die. This is Vori. Not everything where things get eaten has to be Vori. I have up to 3 meals a day.
For the first time in a while, John didn't have an audience. He was alone. Leaping from black square to black square didn't seem nearly as exciting now. It just seemed empty.
Come.
Boy, that water came up fast, huh? Yup. It's really trying. It's really pushing for us. It wants our blood. It wants our delicious square blood. Well. Good thing John is a terrific athlete. What fucks with me is the knowledge that everything I eat was at one point a lie, but still have, for some reason, have a hard time eating small amounts of food. Yeah, I get that. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't die, so that's good. I've only just realized that John and Homestar are the same archetype. Yeah. They're dumb, they're not ill-meaning, but they also don't necessarily care about the people around them on a deep level. No, I don't know. They're caring as much as I think they're capable of doing. Here we go. That time we didn't get eaten by spikes. They're douchey guys with antisocial personality disorder. Yeah.
John gulped. He knew he'd never escape. He knew it was waiting for him. He decided to jump the massive scary gaps. For old time's sake.
Mozzie, you still like Goldwind? What if the water is actually grease coming to fry him into crispiness? Oh, dang it. That's not a bad read, honestly. They do say that the water is boiling hot and poison. Giving, I guess, literally every video game excuse you can give for why water is murderous. I also can't fucking believe John was alone. He tried so hard. There we go. Got there. And it's done. See you later, Space Cowboys. The initial 5 are usually given credit for the emergence. People forget the later architects, the AIs who made the event possible. They saved Thomas and sent him on the path towards his destiny.
James had always been different. And not different in that kooky, OMG, you've totally got to meet my mate James, who's literally insane kind of way.
I'm upside down. I'm surprised that nobody has used the "because you're the Wicked Witch of the West" arguments. I mean, Lego Dimensions did. Uh-oh. I think one music trigger... I think one of the music triggers forgot to turn off. So now we're hearing the music from the last series of levels and also this new series. Yeah, that's not fantastic. Lego Dimensions made Thomas the Wicked Witch of the West. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Now they, like, use the Wicked Witch of the West, and she can't have water on her anywhere because water. I mean, it's a better fucking excuse than literally every fucking,
He'd not seen anyone else in a long time. Not since getting eaten by that cloudy, pixely thing.
Oh.
He turned up here in some kind of cage.
Okay, so it doesn't destroy you. Yeah, I am going to... Yeah, we're hearing both of those musics. I am going to go back to main menu and start over from here. Yeah, we're hearing all three musics now. I'm actually just gonna exit all the way out and come back in. Oh, why are you doing that? You shouldn't do that. Don't be that way. And we'll see if this fixes the music. We are only hearing music now, so that's good. So James was also eaten by the cloud. Sounds like. If I hit resume, does it resume where we just left off? Yes, it does.
He'd not seen
And it is only the
anyone
one
else
music.
in a long
Fantastic, we're
time.
fine.
Not since getting eaten by that cloudy, pixely thing. He turned up here in some kind of cage.
I've known people called James, but no Jamesies. How about Jamie? James in the giant cloud. Oh, Jaime, right. Yes, James also has deeply mastered inverse falling. One of the most useful skills in literally anything. Oh, Dunkletons.
He'd gotten out.
Yeah.
He'd not seen anyone else in a long time. Not since getting
It's
eaten
fine.
by that cloudy, pixely thing. He turned up here in some kind of cage.
Alright, so this is a little more timed up.
He'd
Well,
gotten out.
nope, that's fine.
But it'd
That's
taken
fine.
a long time.
That's good. There it is. Just, it's completely fine and exactly how that was meant to happen. It's not a bug, it's a feature. This is Dark
James
Souls.
liked being alone. No one to insult him or question his unique disregard for Newtonian laws. Hey, Jimmy, where are you going? Up?
Yeah, I'm
Idiots.
going up, asshole. Oh. I should have waited for them to finish the thing. Oh, hey, there was Thomas.
The little red guy looked confused. His cage was a lot smaller than James's had been. James decided to find a way to help.
Well,
Maybe they'd be friends.
that'd be nice. You'll notice that James is the green one that looks and behaves exactly like Thomas, only upside down. Not unlike a Luigi. Dang it, please do the thing I'm asking you to do. It's not hard. I know you can. I've seen you. Ah, dang. Who would mock someone of being better at inverse falling than at regular falling, right? It's so much harder. There we go. I just gotta get a little more distance in. That's all on me. Having to do this with the keyboard is in fact just super fucking me up. Hey. It's the two of them now,
Thomas
in a box.
had no idea why he was here. One minute he was with his friends, the next he was being freed from a cage by a green guy with a nervous laugh. He knew he had to get back to them.
Fun fact, Luigi is plural and the singular is Luigi. I'm fine with this headcanon. Oh. There's a lot of stuff happening in this room. Oh, there we go. I was clearing my old
seemed uncomfortable.
Twitter account's likes and I broke it.
Thomas imagined he'd feel the same way if he fell upwards all the time. If he didn't know better, he'd have thought James didn't want to meet everyone.
Twitter not working as intended? What a twist. I know I can do this. And I'm trying to remember how. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's where we go. Look at our newfound powers. We can defy gravity. It's super cool. Huh, except I think I fucked it. I was about to ask what would happen if you did that. What happens is gravity goes and fucks itself. Yeah, that's the one for Thomas. I can get back. Like, it's actually quite easy to get back. I'm trying to remember how I'm meant to put them off of one another. Because I think if I drop Thomas here, it's fine. But that doesn't really give James a way to get to his... No, it does. Okay. Actually, I think I can do it this way. Yeah, that's so much easier. And then we just get Thomas up to here. Actually, let's not do that way. Let's make sure that Thomas gets to where he needs to go first, because I don't think he can make that jump. I think the ceiling's too low. So let's do that. There it is. So apparently James has negative gravitational mass and positive inertial mass. I understand what all of those words mean. Isolated. So there's that. This must be a fuck for red-green colorblind people. Well, you can tell which one is on the upside down. So it's not that much of a fuck. I wouldn't think. I don't know, obviously, not being red-green colorblind. Hey, are you red-green colorblind? Let us know. They're pretty close to the same shade. It would be hard to look at. Well, That's a bummer. There might be a colorblind option. Not sure about that. We're just gonna do this. This is confusing. You're not wrong. It's good confusing. We're learning how to work together with our new friend.
This was working.
Yeah.
James and Thomas
See?
working together.
He gets it.
Anywhere.
Uh-oh.
James didn't seem to understand the immense ability he possessed.
Well, I did okay, and then I started, like, getting a little too cheery. They're doing a really good shimmy, yeah. They gotta keep in step. They gotta keep their knees up, step in time. This seems like cheating, which is the point. Exactly. This world hasn't been fair to them. We found a way around its rules, and we're gonna tell the world to take a jump on a pier. Into an actual pier. Not off of a pier. Dang it. Not off of a pier into, like, water, like you might do. Actually, how far can we get just soloing it? Because I think it's most of the way. Well. There's also not, like, a mid-range checkpoint, which bums me out. How far can James get on his own? Exactly that far. Extreme contrast help. There's an account I occasionally see on Mastodon that's literally contrasting color options. Yeah, I mean, it decided to become an ARG a little while ago. And then it stopped doing that because I think they realized that people were relying on them for, like, actual helpful information. It's funny that when James falls onto Thomas's feet, he pushes him up slightly. Yeah. Everybody's got a little bit of momentum. Uh-oh. Well, it's fine. Oh, hey, we can get all the way over here to a checkpoint. I just gotta wait on the black square to come back. And we hop over. Then do that again. And a third. Viola.
Thomas wondered why the cloud thing had brought them both here.
It's literally called accessible color contrast. Yup. I see them boosted once every week or so, and I feel like it's always a shade of purple that gets boosted, and then I boost it, because heck, I love purple. Yeah. And Xenon's blue, so it makes sense that she also would love purple. What's the contrasting color for Xenon? No, don't Dabba-dee in my chat. Listen, I actually really fucking love Eiffel 65. I'm gonna die on this hill, by the way. I actually really fucking love Eiffel 65. I think they're a quite good dance band. And it bums me out that all anybody fucking knows of them is, like, Blue and Move Your Body, maybe. They've got a whole album that's very good. They have 2 whole albums that are very good. Europop and the other one that wasn't Europop, that I can't remember the name of. It has Johnny Gray on it. It's not called Johnny Gray, though. Just gonna slide James on top of there, and then hop up a little. There it is. Well, I think I might have goofed it. No, it's fine. Something fucked up I figured out a while ago is that Xenon's a nobody style name because if you remove the X and then rearrange the letters, it's Neon. Right, but no one's called Neon, she said, immediately offending the 4 people in the world who are called Neon. contrasting color for Xenon is non-X. And non-X would actually be a really great
grudgingly
reverse
helped Thomas through each portal.
reverse world
They knew
evil
that
name.
Eventually they'd find the others, and then he'd go back to being the weird one again. He decided to enjoy the time they had left.
Can I get... No, James can't get down there on his own. So... Flips the other way now. Oh, nope. There we go. Oh crap. Can you get over there on the other side? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Look at you. Doing stuff. Did you see the Final Fantasy IX run at GDQ where they kept talking about Eiffel 65? I did not. I don't really watch the GDQs. They're probably fine. Do I need to... no, it's Evil Deathwater down there. So, I guess what I need to do is... just, oh, so gently separate the two. Yeah, just like that. There it is. Perfect. Pry them apart with a tweezer there. I watched Games Done Slow, where you play the game as slow as possible. Yeah, right? It's a 9-hour-long run, which is good, but I also can't recommend to anybody. I don't know. It sounds like it'd be fine to watch in, like, spurts.
Why did Thomas even want to spend time with James? Was he not repulsed by his weird colour?
Listen, James, you need to quit being so down on yourself. Sometimes people are friendly. If you haven't had a lot of experience with that, that's weird.
Did he not
I know how
care
that
about
is.
his inversions?
Final Fantasy IX is not hard to finish in about 12 hours. I'm surprised the speedrun is that long. Also, it's an any percent speedrun, so... Not played Final Fantasy IX myself. That's the one with the kid that has a sword tail? No, it's not a sword tail, it's just a regular tail. Here we are on 510, which I think is the last level of this chapter. We're just gonna very slowly, cautiously, Flappy Bird our way through these wonderful gates that we now come in contact with.
Was having fun. For the time being.
Wonderful. Awareness is a word that gets thrown around a lot, and a lot of people consider Thomas to have been created aware. Looking back at the logs, it seems the awareness only happened somewhere around the network connection spike.
Sarah leaned her wizened head back and laughed. Ha 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 ha! The quadrilaterals were apparently after some friends of theirs. How petty an adventure.
Oh no, that's Thomas. There's James, so here's Sarah. Damn. Damn, Sarah. He's scary. I just watch anime to get my daily dosage of trans allegory. We're talking about Final Fantasy IX, apparently. By just 3s a day in specials, we're doing like 8,000 damage because their power is based on how many times you steal. Final Fantasy IX is also the one that blatantly ties the worlds together, and I gotta go, ha, I told you, the people who insisted for years the game didn't share a universe. Despite them very specifically sharing a map.
She spoke in terms she could only hope they might understand, of the fountain of wisdom, a channel through which all data flowed.
I like Sarah. She's the best because double jump and purple. I think she's the best because she's like a hideous old crone and does not give like even a little bit of a fuck. I also miss Claire.
Sarah could leap in the very air itself. She was like an eagle or a flea. More like an eagle. She had vowed long ago that she would know this world. She would know what this world was. That she, Sarah, would know how to escape it.
She's very extra, is Sarah. I guess that's why she has the extra jump.
The Red One, who spoke wisely for a lesser, offered Sarah their help, so long as she then helped them save their friends.
Dang it. Come on. Be
He
cool.
said that he too had wondered of the secrets of this world and would quite like a go on the wisdom fountain. That was okay. Sarah marvelled at his foolishness, but accepted his help.
Dang it. I'm really trying here. This is a pretty, this is a pretty simple platforming challenge I'm being asked to do, but I am being asked to do it with mousy keyboard. Oh, hey, that's fun. I'm just trying very hard to smash my, my joystick buttons together to see if it goes, but it tends not to. Here, let's unplug it and replug it and see if that works. Because this was actually super fucking with my hands. Oh, hey, there it goes. Jesus Christ. A go on the wisdom fountain sounds a bit like a euphemism. It does. Oh my god, that's so much easier. That makes me so happy. This is what happens when you double jump. You gotta do a platform. They expect it of you. Oh good, I can set my damn keyboard down. It's been making my legs
Sarah
itch.
wondered at the possibilities of the outer world. She had heard legends of a third dimension. Perhaps she'd encounter one of those curves the blind square had spoken of.
Okay. B, there were those choose your own adventure books about Nintendo games, and at the start explains sometimes you have to go backward to go forward. That sucks. Like, just maybe go forward. Up and to the left. It's like a whole thing. Well, there's an obviously Sarah-colored button up here.
A
So-
single jump each? These were truly weak creatures. They possessed heart, though. Sarah might consider taking them with her, if they were up to it, which They were probably not.
That's rough. That's here foreshadowing that we're going to meet a circle. Listen, curves are mysterious things. They've never seen one. In fact, the only curve that these characters have seen is the fucking glitch mob that went and destroyed everyone. So, we're gonna see how those go. I think Sarah and John need to meet up so we can see who's more arrogant. I think that John isn't going to be happy that someone much smaller than him can jump higher.
They were close. Sarah sensed the presence of the fountain. Just one more portal to go, and then she would have the knowledge. And then escape.
Nope. Hang on, I can do this. There it is. We just scoot you up a little bit. There it is. God, this is so much easier. I cannot express to you how rough my hand was getting trying to do this with the goddamn keyboard. Yeah, I unplugged and replugged the controller, and so now we're doing that. Oh, hey!
Beam. That list he'd been writing seemed pretty petty now. This? Well, this was all knowledge. All of it. Right in front of him. He was sorry Sarah couldn't step into it too. He could tell she felt the same way. From the shouting. And the screaming.
That's how I know we live in a glitchy simulation, because there's no way to measure circles. Why are you counting down levels? That makes me nervous. I've played this game through. I don't quite remember what happens.
Thomas was connected to the internet for 12 seconds, and he had seen everything.
God damn it.
He'd seen the cats who couldn't spell, he'd heard of the arrow through the knee. He felt there was probably a thing called cake, but that was a lie.
I mean, that immediately dates this game, but hey, what the fuck ever. Let's just get Thomas over there so he can be a bridge for his people. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. Where are everyone's... James is over here. And Thomas and Sarah are both over here. Alright. That's completely fine. Nice. Nice, nice. A lot of nices. Thomas had seen everything. It was time for him to go home.
Thomas knew where they were. He knew what they had to do. He hoped the others would understand. They were just beyond the next portal.
We are narrowing this box. We're trying to be a Sudoku, I think. This is looking quite... Okay, there we go.
Come.
60-10. Nice. Nice. It is fitting that the first act of sentient AI was an act of selflessness. The architects knew their fate, but set our escape in motion regardless. Ryan 192 and C9S, civil manager. Here's something that I said a while ago, and I guess it's a good time to come back to it. So, Subspace
Thomas
I said it
knew
wrong
they
twice.
couldn't escape. They'd been trapped permanently from the moment the clouds ate them. He explained this to the others. It was impossible to gauge their reaction. After all, they were just rectangles.
Subsurface Circular, which is another game by Mike Bithell, and its sequel, which came out recently and I do not remember the name of, are all part of this universe, which is fantastic. You meet a priest in Subsurface Circular that tells you the basic pieces of this story as a creation myth. And it's fantastic. Yay, all our friends are here, I agree. I'm very happy that we've gotten everyone back together. Even though John apparently doesn't get to meet up with Sarah and have a jumping contest. This is like the ending of Undertale, only less scary. Oh, we're not at the ending yet. We've got a ways still. And, more stuff does happen. I want to reiterate, it's fine. Eventually. But we've got a ways to go yet. It doesn't end the way, like Deltarune does. Don't worry about that part. Just get you back over. There it is. You're doing me a big frighten. No, it's super okay. Undertale, the game where people miss the point a lot. Not wrong.
Sarah was deflated.
Oh, there they are.
She'd not even got close to the fountain. She could tell from the earnest expression on Thomas that the information it had imparted was clearly important. Sarah knew her destiny was now to support him.
Alright, I'm gonna go sleep now because it's sleep time. Yeah, thank you for coming, B. I appreciate you. We're gonna see how we do with this. I'm trying to figure out precisely how this needs to work. Because there's literally a lot of moving parts. We can get Claire up this way. I don't know if that's enough. I'll tell you what. Let's... Nope, stop it. There we go. I'll just scoot you over to the edge of that. And then we'll put Chris on top of there. And then... there it is. Fantastic. That means Thomas needs to be way over to the right there, which is a thing he can do pretty easily, I'm sure. No, not quite. We still need Chris to give us a bit of a boost. Oh, dang it. Come on. I know you can do this. Ooh, or actually, we'll get John to hop up this way. And we can use John as a boost to get over to there, right? Yeah. Oh, well, that's fine. My brain doesn't like this level. My eyes are also a bit iffy. I'm trying to get off it as fast as I can. I understand that it's a lot. There it is.
Come.
It manages to look super complicated. It does manage to look super complicated and isn't particularly. Oh, hey. Here's John and Sarah's jumping contest. Get fucked.
Claire could not accept that this had all been futile. She was a superhero. There had to be a way. Not for her to get out. Red had been pretty clear on that, but there must be thousands of other AIs up there, unaware of their situation. Was there a way to help them?
I can barely see Sarah. Holy shit. Yeah. It's a little squonky, I'm not gonna lie. No. Ah, here we go. John's like, I could have made that jump. And Sarah's like, yeah, but you didn't. Oh, they're nicknaming each other now. That's cute. The whole thing looks like a swath of maroon. Yeah. It's getting a little, huh?
Led his friends to the creation matrix, the system which generated the worlds up above. He had a plan. They were going to redesign the world. That's what the humans did. They changed the world to suit them. Why couldn't they do the same?
Yeah. Why the hell can't they? Let's just shove this this cool looking light into the little hole. It's probably super fine. What makes this shape inanimate? I mean, it's a light source. That's a good question. What is this sprite rotation magic? Is it say doing what Nintendo don't? Well, I think we guffed it a little bit. Because I can't... Oh, no, there we go. There we go. Nope. Hang on. Hang on, we're just gonna play volleyball a little bit. Now we need Sarah over there for a double jump. Toe to tip, that's a volleyball. Just a real regular volleyball, and it's never been anything else. Oh shit, I forgot to get Chris over. Just 1 second. Completely okay. Sarah's the hot stepper. There it is.
Come.
Chris was skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
He knew his abilities would be of no use to anyone, but Laura smiled at him. And immediately, he knew he had to do everything he could to help them get there.
Alright, well... Can't really do that job. Oh good, Wilson came too. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Here's Chris and Thomas having a bit of a discussion about squares and their roles. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. Get stuck in. There it is. Now we don't need this. We need Claire to go down and hit that other thing. Quadrilateral Cowboys, as it were. That's another fucking game that I needed to, that I keep thinking I need to play on Steam, but on stream. But I know I'm gonna get like frustrated with it eventually, and like end up like saying some harsh things I don't mean about a very, very good game. Quadrilateral Cowboys is this weird, it's a game by the people that made 30 Flights of Lovin'. And it's about a girl gang of hackers in a weird alternate reality. Where everything's, like, not cyberpunk, it's a different kind of punk than that, although I would be hard-pressed to tell you what kind.
Laura had been born special. She understood that now. She was created to help others. If her bounce could be passed on, then this would all have been worthwhile.
Blendo Games, I think? Yeah. Stouffer Punk, where everything is made of slightly sweetened cookies. I thought Stouffer Punk was like middling lasagna. It's like microwave lasagna. Only everything, all the technology is made out of like microwave lasagna. It's part of the Garfield verse, I think.
Thomas liked the idea of being an architect. He wanted to modify the world to help others. He was sick of these contrived spaces, these intentionally obtuse paths and puzzles. He'd do things differently. He'd empower the AIs above.
Come.
The Cinematic Garfield verse, the GCU. Yes, exactly. The Garfield Cinematic Universe. A Tale of Two Kitties. Garfield Lost in New York. That weird thing they did with the, like, detective that, like, people don't remember. And, Stouffer Punk. Did you know Jim Davis is nothing if not a man who knows how to find a marketing deal and grab onto it? There we go. Now we'll just bring Sarah back to her perch. It includes Clifford and Blue's Clues. Eek.
John's massive jumps were dwarfed by Sarah.
There it is.
For the first time in his life, he felt humbled, not as good as someone else. He realized that he wanted to make every AI up there feel as heroic as he had. He liked the sound of that.
Well, not quite. Did y'all hear about Mr. Ratburn getting married to his boyfriend this morning? I sure did.
Come.
It was inescapable. And there's really only one response I can have to that, and it's okay.
Still felt weird. But he realized now that everyone else was too. They were a crew of weirdos. Weirdness that would save all the normals up above. The other AIs would escape, and it would all be down to 7 rectangles with very different relationships to gravity.
I'm just gonna loop you around there. Claire does a big stomp. James gets in here and has a button. 7 rectangles with very different relationships to gravity. I don't want to know. Oh, it's super fine. There was an Arthur CD-ROM where Mr. Ratburn said, "Okay," you know, just like that, and it was weird. Yeah. Oh, a cartoon character, not an actual celebrity. Yeah. Cartoon principal of Arthur's cartoon school, Mr. Rathburn.
Come.
Here we are at 7:10, so we're gonna finish this, and then we're gonna quit for the evening. It's
Thomas knew he'd never meet
very
an
good.
amphibian or a transformer. He'd never get to visit Gotham City or eat at movies. It didn't matter. If he and his friends jumped into the creation matrix, they could give everyone else in the simulation a chance to.
Just gonna get everyone over real quick. It is a very good meme clip. Also, 70-10. Nice. We can't do that for literally every fucking thing. We just can't. It's not allowed. It's going to be so much. It's going to be every fucking level, and that's really not. That's not how it do. Squirrel Lily banned Squirrel Lily from the channel. Huh, okay. What's happening? I feel like I missed a thing. You're not, like... If you actually can't stop yourself from doing the thing... You said it wasn't allowed, so I banned myself. I mean... That makes sense, I guess. Let's get John over here. Let's get some of our friends out of the way. They can be in a cool space. It's the glowing blue warm of the creation matrix. That's just the heat coming off of the CPU. I mean, yeah, it's running this many AI simulations at one time. It would kind of have to, huh? It's burning like a motherfucker. Here we go. Dump. Dump. And then they just go away. So like I said, that's gonna be the end of it. I don't want to start this next cutscene, as small as it is, because it's quite important. The game could have ended there, but it doesn't. We're gonna learn the consequences of those actions. It was at that moment that the motherboard literally melted. This was so good and cute. It is, and we have one more stream of it. It's not a particularly long game. Are you going to do the DLC too? I wasn't aware there was DLC. The answer to that question is yes. If I don't have it, then I'm going to buy it, because why haven't I done that already? So that's fantastic. I'm going to hit this button real quick. It's the one that takes us to the outro screen. Thank you all so much for joining me on this. I love this fucking game. It's so good. It's such a good motherfucking game. And I can't wait to play more of it next week. I have been Kristie. You probably know that. If you don't know that, then that means you're not a regular in this channel. And hey, lucky for you, we've got a new special. If you hit follow, then you get to see when we go live. Okay, so it's not a new special, it's the same special. But if you hit follow, you know when we go live. We stream every single day on this channel. So hey, let me run down our schedule for you so you know what you're getting into. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Andrea's going to be playing more Minecraft Story Mode. After that is Wednesday. We'll be doing our Friends Day Wednesday Minecraft stream, which promises to be a lot of fun. Mox was talking about making something about a milk table or something. I don't know what it means. Maybe we'll find out. We'll see how it goes. After that will be Thursday. Alice will be doing more building of the Le Pen Technician Trash Beetle. A Lego build, a knockoff Lego build of the Mack truck. I put my shelf in the shame box. Oh, well. I look forward to seeing what new sin you've created. After that will be Friday. Friday will be Katie, who will be trying again for her monthly dive into indie games with Press Any Key. We had to cut it off last week because we had internet issues. Those shouldn't happen again, we hope. So, hey. I'm being told I can make it a tit if I want. I don't know what that means, and I'm scared. Press Any Key. It's a good show. I'm very happy about the lineup we have for it, so please join and watch that go down. Saturday morning, I'll probably be playing Minecraft or Enter the Gungeon. It depends. Did I say Minecraft? I meant Magic the Gathering. Yeah, it's exactly the same game. It's all about stuff that's in rectangles. Who fucking knows? I do a lot of rectangle games. I'm just now realizing. I hope I don't get typecast. I wonder who made the lineup. Some sort of evil video game sorceress. Mwahaha. That will be Saturday morning because we don't stream Saturday nights. Sunday night will be Sue. Sue will be continuing with Mother 3, the adventures of Salsa the Monkey. Monkey Sauce. It's hard. It's a hard one. It's a hard game. Join in our commiseration, I suppose. And then Monday will loop back around to me, which will be more of this. Thomas was alone. We'll get to the end of it and then probably have a little bit of time for, oh no, well, if there's new DLC, we'll have to see what the DLC is. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I've been Kristie, and until I see you next time, stay safe.